Boom.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Snog Beef Dungeons Incorporated. We are running a different game today, not the first time for us, but the first time for y'all. It's going to be the Dresden Files role-playing game using the Fate system, DM'd by Kyle, who you won't recognize from any of the other games so far. We do have Colin with us today, who plays Tumulus in the Saturday night game. Tyler here, who is first mate Shockmaw the Dreadful. Pardon me, I almost forgot his title.
Get it right.
And
Perhaps you've heard of him.
I'm Tim, Alexi in the Friday night game. So I'm going to hand it off to Kyle to get us going.
That's great. So we're going to start our story off tonight with a literal call to action. Victor, you get a phone call from the home office.
Victor, what's up?
All right, this is coming from the guy up top. You need to go in to the warehouse, retrieve the info that's in there. Take out anything you need to get it. Take in whoever you need to get access to the info. We can't provide any backup. And then you're to come home and report.
Will do.
Okay. The phone line hangs up. It was very military in fashion, as all of the people from the home office are. Super not interested in your home life. But yeah, that's them.
I can have one of those.
And I'm so sorry to ask this again, but you said the aspect for Anansi was not human.
Not crazy, not human.
Not crazy?
Not crazy. He's not crazy. He's a spider. You didn't understand that until now.
Okay.
I don't know. He might still be crazy, just not our kind of crazy.
He might be spider crazy. I don't want to know what spider crazy looks like, but
we might find out.
Okay, yep. So we're gonna go ahead and start with your first action after you get off the phone.
First action after I get off the phone is going to be jumping back to something I forgot to do in the introduction, which is tonight I'm playing Viktor, who is a half Jotun agent of Monarch Securities. For those of you who have read the books, for those of you who haven't, I'm not going to spoil it. And I've got with me who else? Tyler, you know.
Yes, I am Romain Lebeau. He is a college student and aspiring tattoo artist, whose drawings and tattoos happen to come to life on occasion.
My name is Austin Cash. I'm a gunslinging vampire of the White Court. Fully grown now. What is it? It's not grown. That's not the word I'm looking for. What's the fully realized? I'm a fully realized White Court vampire.
There we go.
Gunslinging scaredy cat.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear, what do you feed off of, Austin?
I feed off of fear.
All right.
So I'm not seducing you with this sexy voice. It's just for show.
All right, and we'll give a brief explanation of any extra characters that come up as they get introduced. We can go on to our... Oh, no, go ahead.
One more thing. In the middle of the screen, you'll see a giant column labeled Dice that's showing you all of our rolls for tonight. So, all right, now we can continue.
Okay, good. First thing we get off the phone.
Actually, one thing, Tyler, you've got the two of us switched on the stream.
Do I?
Yeah,
that's rough.
And here I thought. I thought I was doing well. All right.
If it's worth anything, I thought you were doing well too until this.
Yep, I had so much belief. But while he's fixing that, I'm gonna give Austin a call. As much as that may pain me.
Hello?
Austin, it's Viktor. What you got going on?
Just reporting in, looking for things, looking for my parents, the usual. Basically, I'm not doing anything. What do you need?
Well,
just looking for my parents, you know.
Yeah, you know those how those necromancers were working with the Sons of Muspel?
Right.
It's time to take out the Sons. I was hoping you'd come with me. not looking for a repeat of New York, but you've grown a bit since then, so I'd appreciate the help.
Yeah, well, I owe you big time, so let's do it. You said we're taking out the Sons.
Yes.
Seems like a job
bring
right
your
there.
gun. And next up is a call to Romain.
Okay.
Hello?
Romain, it's Viktor. It's time.
Time for what?
Take out the Sons.
Oh, you
Clear New Orleans. Clear them from New Orleans for good.
they've been quite a pain in our tuchuses, as it were. Helping out these necromancers. Since we got rid of them, I guess we should probably take care of those loose ends as well. Do we know where they're at?
We do. Lord Death told us where they were at. Good old XX Lord Death. Sorry, Lord underscore Death XX.
Oh
Lord
goodness, that was in real time. That was so long ago. I had forgotten about it.
Who may or may not actually be the incarnation of death that I shouldn't be saying that about. But hey,
there are so many options. It could be anything, really. I mean,
yeah.
All right, I will meet you at that place that we previously discussed about.
Yes, the one that we all know.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock tonight.
Uh,
All right, I'll see you then.
All right. Let's go through aspect creation. You guys have a few hours to go through a few scenes. What kind of preparations would you guys like to start making?
Oh, you know me. I'm already prepared.
All right.
I am preparation.
What the Sons of Muspel are? What now? Are they humans? Are they just a hodgepodge of things?
So they are a hodgepodge of things consisting primarily of fire giants, scions of fire giants, and humans who worship said fire giants.
So you guys know I'm not too versed with this whole magical world and whatnot. Is there any way to infuse ice magic into a bullet? Or something that would be very strong against fire giant? Because it feels like...
Wait, did he ask this in accent or out of accent?
I ask everything in accent.
He's staying in accent so he doesn't lose the accent. You should know this by now.
That's fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough.
I'd say when he asks us questions like this, I assume he's just texting one of us. It's like,
yeah, I
really don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, group text.
The New Orleans group text. Remember, this is the year 2001, so yeah, we're a bit far back in the timeline.
All right, group IM message then.
They group texting back then.
I don't know, maybe.
It's been so long ago, I can't remember.
It's on the company plan.
It's on the company plan. Okay.
All right.
But
this will be also your opportunity to create aspects, ask for help.
Romain will actually have a conversation with. Hold on, I'm trying to remember names here. Going through my notes. Gwen.
Gwen. Okay. She's at the shop.
Yeah, after he hangs up the phone, because I'm assuming this came through while I was at work, sometime noonish.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Hey, Gwen. What do you know about the Sons of Muscle something?
Sons of Muscle something?
Yeah, Musselheim,
Muspelheim?
That one, yeah.
Not really anything I've ever been involved in. Why?
Viktor wants to take them out tonight, and not on a date.
I want to go out.
She sighs a little bit. She thinks for a second. She says, "All right, you're asking for time off."
No, it should be after I get off shift. But just I'm looking. I've never handled anything like this before, so I'm trying to learn some things. You seem to be the person to go to for information.
I'm not really like a wizard cop. That's Sean. You can go talk to him if you need some backup or whatever.
You know I hate Sean almost as much as you do, right?
I don't hate Sean. It's it's anyway. It's not important.
Well, you sure as shit don't love him.
Sean is family, and that is important. More important, he's also a wizard cop, so you can go talk to him and get your issues resolved.
Fine, I guess I'll go talk to Sean.
Wait, when are you going? 6? I heard you shouting.
Yeah, I'm supposed to meet up with him at 6, yeah.
She takes off one of the rings on her hand and hands it to you. Here, take one of these. You see 7 glowing gems with a faint, weird green light. The activation word is... Oh, crap, I looked it up before. Dang it. I had it set up. I was so close.
I was gonna say, she's used this ring before, hasn't she?
She has, and I've literally used it before with you guys. I'm so mad. Anyway, odd. ADH. The pronunciation is weird. I'm not going to have him redo it. Odd.
The pronunciation is odd, you say?
Yeah, it's odd, all right.
It's weird. It's odd.
Yeah, the spelling's kind of odd as well.
Yeah. It's just a stuff thing. Anyway, the activation word is odd. It will grant you with good fortune.
Oh,
and that's pretty much the best I'm going to be able to do for you guys.
Hence the 7 gems. Lucky number 7. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's exactly what the 7 on those gems means. But also, it's charges. This will activate 7 times to grant you good fortune.
Better.
Yeah.
Thank you, Glenn. Just
now, go. You got stuff to do. I think Sean's over at the library.
That was going to be my next question, because we didn't exactly exchange numbers. We're not friendly like that.
No, you don't really want to be friendly like that with him anyway.
I know.
Bye.
I'm heading to the library.
Okay. Now we're going to move over to Sean, which is a whole different characterization. By the way, for anyone who wasn't aware, Gwen is jaded and mad and angry, mostly because a record deal of hers broke down. Also, she's like a couple 100 years old, and things have just been shitty the whole time. So, fun fact. We're going to move over to Sean. Sean's way younger, less terrible things have happened to him, and he is part of the Wardens of the White Council, which are very essentially wizard cops. He's at the library in New Orleans, and it's taking you basically no time to get here.
All right. I enter the library. I'm assuming the library is kind of large. We've been in this. We've been in it before. It has a basement.
There's a basement and a sub-basement. It's a whole crazy thing. He's actually over in the reference book section. He's taken up a huge portion of the area with like different reference books, different pieces of information, all of them based around aerophysics.
Around what physics?
Aerophysics? The
physics
of air.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you said hero physics at first.
Physics. Yes, this is the whole different world where hero physics is real, and we're just gonna go ahead and no. Yeah, he's studying air currently. He's also got like literally pages and pages of just numbers scribbled all over them.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I was never really a math guy myself.
Well, the thing is about math is it just connects in places you don't understand. Like, and he finally sees who you are. Oh, hi, Romain. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I kind of got a favor to ask of you.
Of course, anything. That's what I'm here for.
We might need some information, possibly physical assistance, dealing with the Sons of Muspelheim.
Oh, yes, the Sons of Muspelheim. I read the file on those guys. They haven't been
Sons,
active
plural.
here. Oh, Sons. Okay, I haven't heard of any activity in this area.
Then you didn't read the file. It-
I definitely read the file. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was nothing in there about the Sons of Muspelheim. There is no way I would have just skipped over that.
They've been cahooting with some necromancers out in the swamp. We took
Those
care of
necromancers?
Yes, those necromancers.
Oh. Well, then it seems we have to
Boney,
clean up our
Boney
mess.
Tony and
Anthony,
and
Boney Anthony, and Slender James. Of course, I remember those
Slender
guys.
James.
Well, it seems we have to clean up our mess. I will be definitely available to help. What do we need?
See, that's the thing. I haven't dealt with them very much at all. That's more Victor's field. I'm just trying to get some information, maybe prepare a little bit.
Information is what I do best. Which you remember from everyone else. I'm changing my voice as best as I possibly can to remind you that no, it is not what he does best. Not from what you guys remember.
Yes.
Information
Is
is
what
what I
he's
do best.
supposed to do best.
Yeah.
You
Cut-
leave that part to me.
s-
I will do every bit you guys need. You'll have we'll have some detailed floor plans. We'll figure out what's going on. I will get you guys everything you could possibly want.
Why
Just
do
leave
I
it up to
not
me.
have very much faith in you?
I don't know why not. I am a warden of the White Council, and I can definitely handle this.
Yep, that's exactly why I don't have much faith in you.
Okay. I'm not sure. Do you want to handle the information, and I'll just rest up?
I'm going to, at this point, give Victor a call. I'm putting him on
Victor.
speakerphone, too. Yes, I'm aware I'm in the library.
Victor,
Oh.
The
what's up?
douchiest thing you can do.
Just wondering how staticky is this call? I just realized I'm standing right next to a full-on wizard.
You
of the
don't
White
have
Court.
this phone call. Like, you pulled out your phone and it's dead. Like, Sean is nothing to be scoffed at. Although, yes, he is something to be scoffed at.
I'll be back. I step outside the building, and now I make a phone call.
I really should say that your phone's dead anyway, but fine.
Victor, what's up?
Hey, I'm here with Sean. He's I've enlisted some of his help. What kind of preparations do we need? You've got more experience with the Sons than I do.
Well, I picked up the floor plans from the county permitting office months ago when we first ran across them. I've been putting together the information we need since then. Really, just having him as backup is, I think, all we need from him.
All right. Sounds good. So,
Actually, can you find out if he knows any like water or ice magic?
water or ice magic? I got you. I can ask him. Unfortunately, I got to hang up. My phone doesn't seem to be working very well in the library itself.
What was that? Couldn't quite catch you.
My Victor, hello, Vic.
I've hung up by this point.
This is a great bit so far. I love it.
All right, I go back in. Well, Sean, good news for you. All we need you to do is come with us and look pretty. Maybe throw some spells around.
That I can do.
Maybe. Do you happen to know any water magic, ice magic?
Ice magic, no, but water magic, yes.
Perfect.
Can you
Victor's,
infuse some of that into bullets? I'm not there. Continue. Sorry.
I was about to say, do I get a text asking this?
Film wouldn't work anyway.
You wouldn't get it till after I left.
Yeah.
Sorry, I completely lost track of where the conversation was.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
He
He
can
knows
cast water,
water
but
magic.
not ice.
Perfect. Victor says that'll be very useful. If you are the kind of prepared caster like I am, prepare those water spells.
That's not really how it works when you're a real wizard, but no, sure.
Uh,
I'll definitely be ready.
Sorry, it's is that not how it worked last time when you just kind of stood there for
Bottom.
Oh, that's
the entire
strange. I was sure I was holding up several different defenses across the field, and I'm pretty sure you utilized one of those before dying. Is that not true? I could have forgotten.
I don't know. It might have happened. It could have just been a statistical anomaly.
Well, I'll sure not focus on those this time. I'll see you soon.
Oh yeah, I tell him where we're meeting and when we're meeting. See you at 6.
See you at 6.
I go out.
All right.
And I spend the rest of my time drawing icebergs, waterfalls, a couple of tidal waves.
This actually would be a great time for you to organize a actual big ritual. Organize a more monstrous paper tiger than usual, since you'd have the time, energy, and capacity to try to put those together. If you wanted help, you could go talk to Gwen again. We will.
Sure. Yeah, we can go do that. If anyone else has any prep, I
Yep,
can
that
take a
would
break
be-
for a second, and we can.
And we'll do some math for you in a minute. Colin, do you have anything you want to do?
Yeah, I've somehow managed to not write that guy who we just talked his name down. I don't even know how I did that. I must have deleted some notes because it's not there.
Are you talking about Sean?
Sean, yes. Is his
Yeah.
name also McClue?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They are related.
I'm spelling that the dumb way, by the way. So get ready.
For anyone who is interested, we have retconned New Orleans. It now has an Irish quarter instead of a French quarter.
Disregard what that means about any actual part of the history. It's just, pretend it's really Irish over there.
Actually, I was maybe going to take a visit to my old spider friend, Nancy.
Nancy. Okay. Yeah, he's in the library doing his thing.
I'd imagined he would be. I might run into Romain, actually.
Yep.
hang
You
on,
actually would have run
timing
into him because Mr. Anansi, or Mr. N, or Mr. Nancy, as he's called in his less unapproachable form, is just a man in a kind of a yellow and black wavy line suit, as though Charlie Brown just stuck on top of himself a lot. He does storytelling for children's events, spends a lot of time at the library, and when he is not in this charming, lovable version that we know him as now, he lives in the basement in the rare books room as a monstrous huntsman spider. Don't look that up, it's terrifying. No one needs to know about it. Anyway, Anansi is in his human form, reading books for children. And you see Romain arguing with that guy from the shop that you don't remember the name of because he was really annoying.
Oh, I got a coin from him. Remember, he gave me a way to contact him if I needed to. We actually got along quite well.
Yeah, that's right. You really did like him. You're like, oh, that's a nice guy. He's really good. I like this.
Yeah, I guess for story's sake, I'll wait for Romain to leave, even though that makes no sense. But story-wise, it'll fit better because he's gone now.
I'm assuming we were finishing up our argument. One of us had some sort of mic drop moment, and I just started walking away, and I just kind of run into him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, hey, Austin.
Hey, Romain. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Did you figure out a way to infuse bullets with water or ice magic?
I don't know. I might be able to do that. You could also talk to Sean, but I don't know how much I trust him to do that kind of stuff.
Sean's here? Oh, well, I'll go talk to him then. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, all
Ding
right.
darn diddly. Gotta go talk to Sean. Here, I'll see you later at 6.
you see-
Sean.
Oh, hi, Austin.
Hey, how you doing? I assume you talked to Romain about what's going down.
Yeah.
Do you know? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you know a way to take these bullets here and give them some kind of water or ice magic or something that'd be good against a fire creature?
Now, I mean, yes, it is technically possible. We have heard of some really interesting stuff. There's a young man named William in Texas who's currently been working on stuff like that. We usually use these enchanted swords here, and he pulls out the hilt of an enchanted sword that shines super bright and is super intense, and he puts it back into the sheath. See,
That looks
these
cool.
swords, yes, these swords are enchanted by our warden commander. She is actually pretty fantastic, and I don't know what we would do if we lost this capacity. These swords are amazing. They can cut down enchantments, they can stop a spell in progress, and they're very sharp. But bullets we have not worked on.
Could you
That's kind of a
take
new technology.
a gun and bullets and do that same thing to it? Or could she do it?
It should theoretically be possible, but like the details of it, that's for someone who's a little bit above my pay grade to understand.
I'm sorry,
I'm
what
really
was her
just
name
the
again?
pointing guy. Oh, Anastasia Lucio?
Anastasia Lucio. All right. Well, if I ever run into her, I'll hit her up about it. Let me see.
Oh, we've lost our game master.
Sorry, everybody. I just have a little meal to arrange real quick.
Oh, good.
Anybody who's listening in at this point, I don't know. I'm not even checking at this point. Anyone who's meeting, this is my daughter Mila. She is sad. She
Also
wants
a doll.
food. Also a doll, correct. All right. Sorry, folks.
Oh, good.
Next up. Oh yeah, we were still in the middle of Sean's conversation about all this stuff. I will warn you, though. Sean continues. This is kind of specific for the White Council. You wouldn't really be able to get her to commission you anything. That's more for a freelance type of person.
Well, if I run into her, I'll still ask. Maybe we'll hit it off. She'll do something for me. But if not, I'll try and find somebody else. It's a thought that came to me because we're fighting fire creatures, and I was like, maybe it can happen. I don't really know. Still learning a lot.
Yeah, these are great questions. We should always continue to improve the minds of magic. There seems to be, he gets into a very long diatribe about how magic users are stuck in the past and don't want to study for anything. And he ends it with, and that's why I went to school to get my doctorate in physics. And like this continues to blow you guys out of the water. Every time he actually mentions anything about knowledge, intelligence, smarts, continues to blow you out of the water because he keeps on showing up with all these degrees and stuff. But he's a total idiot in real life. So you're kind of confused. Either way.
He's actually the exact opposite of Austin.
Yeah.
Very book smart, but an idiot. Austin, very street smart, but an idiot. So not the exact opposite, just similar
really
but
just
different.
They're really just the same.
But an idiot.
Besides the same coin.
Well, I got other business to attend to. I guess I'll see you around at 6.
I guess so.
Story-wise, has Nancy managed to finish the story yet? Kind of a conversation?
Yes. What story did he tell you last time?
He told me Icarus. Remember, I'm going to get a
this
tattoo.
time he's still,
Actually, have we had time off since the last thing?
Yeah, we had a month.
Yeah, you have.
I want that tattoo.
You have that tattoo.
Possible. All right, cool.
It's not magical. This time he's telling the story of the scorpion and the frog. This story is actually a very interesting tale.
I do know
The
this
scorpion and
one.
the scorpion and the frog need to cross the river. The scorpion said to the frog, "Let me hop on your back, and we'll go both float across, like no problem." The frog says, "No, you're a scorpion. You'll sting me, and we'll die." And the scorpion goes, "Come on, I'm not going to do that. I would die too, and I wouldn't do that to myself." And the frog goes, "You're right. That makes a decent bit of sense." So the scorpion hops on the frog's back. The frog swims halfway across the river, and suddenly the scorpion strikes him, killing them both. And the frog says, "Why have you killed us? You killed us both. Why did you do this to us?" And the scorpion says, "It is my nature. I do what I do." And then they die. He ends his story and smiles as he sees you in the corner of the crowd.
I feel like this isn't a prelude for anything.
It ends as all true stories do, and then they die.
That's it this week, kids.
That's it, kids. Have a good time.
Everybody dies.
Go to school.
Stay in school, or else you'll believe scorpions.
Or else you believe the scorpions. Yeah, that's the lesson that he imparts to the children.
So, weird question. Did you ever meet this scorpion or frog? I don't really know whether these stories are real or not.
I did meet the scorpion, but I hadn't had the time to meet the frog.
Gotta say, it is in his nature, but man, he seems like a real dummy. He killed himself in the end, but
things are a little bit different, and I think you'll understand as things go forward. Us in the animal world, very specifically in the insect world, very specifically in the arthropod world, things are pretty tough. When you get a chance to kill something, you gotta kill it. It's not exactly a choice or a thought. It's just like, ugh, you gotta do it. So I can understand where he's coming from.
interesting. It's good insight. I got a question. Or I need some answers, maybe, is more the real...
I'm much better at the second part.
So it seems that I've gotten myself into a fight with the Sons of Muspel.
Oh, God. Those... Really? They're still around? I kind of thought they'd be done by now.
Apparently they're still around, but I guess we're clearing them out of at least this area. The answer that I need tips, tricks, and what to expect, because I'm going in kind of blind here.
Okay. Tips, tricks, and what else?
Just what did I say? Tips, tricks, and something or other.
What to expect?
What to expect? Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I can do that. Tips, tricks, and what to expect. Yes. Okay. So tips. When you go into these areas, you have to be very careful about what happens to regular mortals. When they die, people get very upset and investigations happen. This doesn't happen so much for the supernatural people because usually they're not backed up by an actual ID in the human world. But when you do something like, I don't know, kill a warehouse worker or something like that, people start asking questions. They have family members. They have friends. They have at least a drinking buddy that is going to wonder whether or not they're on Thursdays. You've got to be careful with that. Tricks. I'll tell you later. What to expect. So this is going to be a really bad fight. The Sons of Muspelheim, are always being led by a giant. That's the only reason they pop up anywhere. There are not Sons of Muspel cells that don't have anything to do with the giants, or at least a half giant. So you've got to be prepared for something that big. Do you have weaponry for something big enough like that?
Son of a bitch.
Wait, it'd probably be more like I'm not just whipping him out in the middle of his library. But
No.
I mean, I got some weapons.
I can totally see him doing one of these things though, just
showing off.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got some guns. I was hoping I'd get some bullets, maybe enchanted with some water or ice magic to help with the fireness of it all. But I don't really know. I mean, I got this web shooter. I got these guns. That's what I got.
Look, if you want to learn to use water magic, that's like nothing. It's just It would. You could do it. Water magic, I feel like you could get a hold of real quick, but I gotta tell you, I have a preferred favorite water spell, and I don't know if you're gonna like it that much. So we'll figure it out later. But you don't want to do that. The guns are the damaging part. Yeah, they're magical and they got water on them, but they're also made of lead and they go 400 miles an hour. It's super neat.
True.
That's the part that hurts. If you want to throw water on something, throw water on something. If you want to shoot them with water, I mean, like an icicle bullet, that'd be neat. Didn't they do that?
That would be neat.
I feel like I heard something while everything was happening around me while it was frozen in ice. Someone tried to kill someone with an icicle bullet. I feel like it had to happen. It was totally
There'd
real.
be no evidence. That'd be the way to go.
Right?
That's the
figure out icicle
bullets.
Okay, so and we'll put that aside for later too. But what to expect? You also don't want to fuck around with the sons and daughters of Muspel. Well, okay, they're all the sons and daughters of Muspel. Not important. You don't want to mess with the half giants either. They're all trying to load up on some aspect of like giant power, and some of them are just going to be big and strong and bad, and some of them are going to be absolutely destructive, and some of them are going to try to be learning magic. So you got to be ready for all of that kind of stuff.
Okay. Will a gun hurt a giant?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if they've just like real
Oh,
tough
no, you're-
skin or.
No, I understand the question. It's like half of these things don't care about bullets. So yeah, you can shoot a giant. They're just hard to shoot through. They've got like basically the hardest skin of anything I've ever heard of.
Okay.
So it's tough. The other thing, do you know anything about the layout of where you're going?
I think we got a floor plan. If I heard correctly. Did I hear that? I don't even remember.
That should be. Yeah, I guess you would have actually. That's probably going to be like good enough, but you kind of want to figure out what operates in this area on the daytime scale. Like you want to figure out who's going to be there right now, and why would that matter, and why are they okay with whatever's going on at night.
Staking something out, I'm pretty good at. Sneaking around, I'm also pretty good at. I guess my biggest question is, you said they're always followed by a giant. Is it kind of a situation that if we take out the giant, we'll be better set up to clear out the rest of them, not have to take out them all? Or is it more like take out everybody else and then try to fight the giant, because that's going to be an insane fight?
You're really going to have to figure out one way or the other. I don't think they're all going to start crumbling to pieces when the giant dies, but I do believe fighting a giant separate from his minions are going to be way easier, no matter which order you do it in. Now, for tricks. I have a few options. I have a few options. One of them comes with your standard minion package. The other one requires a little bit more buy-in from your friends. So I'm going to have to figure out what you guys really need.
Well, it's going to be a hard sell. I think one of them's pretty set on being of the what's that guy's name? The one with the hammer.
Thor?
Not Thor, but his dad. Yeah, Odin. Yeah, I think he's pretty tied in at the moment. The other one, I don't know. Maybe I could convince him, but
well, I'm not asking for like minions or anything. Just favors and payback at some point in time. Just, whenever I need it.
I'd have to check with him, but I don't know for sure. What's the first package?
Well, it's pretty simple. I've been reading up on a very interesting character inside of popular culture, and I just love it. It's just a great person, very moral, just very good about things. He's just like a smart guy, and I just love it so much. And these little things, he's got superpowers that you could totally use. So I would be able to, for just I think tonight, upgrade your web powers so that you can shoot them unlimited, and also use them to transport yourself around the city. You'd be able to shoot webbing and then swing around on it.
This is anything and everything that I've ever wanted. So I agree.
And I thought, coupled with your new vampire powers, which we've been working on, making sure you have them down, your super strength, your super speed, and your super recovery, you should be able to do a pretty good facsimile of the character Peter Parker.
I'm more ready than you can imagine.
Well, excellent. I have one thing. You need to bring me the head of the giant.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Should be.
How's he gonna eat the
Okay.
head though?
It's okay.
Wrap it up in
You
the web, put it in the bag. How bad? Okay, stop me when we're. This can't.
You're
be,
not gonna.
I'm gonna
You're
start
not
over,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
able.
start
You aren't going to be able to hold your arms out that wide. I
Oh.
really do apologize. You're talking somewhere around the capacity of 9-10 feet across their head.
for a head.
It's a giant, yeah.
Oh, giant. I've heard giants in a lot of different ways. Sometimes, you have like Andre the Giant. That guy, he's pretty tall, but it's like I could carry his head. And then you have like, well, Attack on Titan doesn't exist yet. You have other kinds of giants that are, like the size of the earth holding them up kind of situation. I don't, we'll kind of gauge how big a giant's head is here. How would I get that to you? Do you have... Like, I can't just drag that through the library.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to do one thing, and you may not like it as much. But, if you can, when you have him dead, stab yourself in the palm to release some blood. Say my name, and then call the spiders over to you to let them drink. That will give me enough power to transport realms and eat the giant's head from where it stands.
They need to drink my blood?
Your blood, yes. You are charging the spell.
Oh.
If you were any bit magical, you could do this yourself without any of this extra work.
Well, I'll give it a go.
Okay, we'll reconsider this thought about magic stuff later. Other than that, I don't believe I have anything for you. Oh, right. The wardens of the White Council. Did you speak to them?
I spoke. Well, there was one in here a minute ago. Is he a warden of the White? He's on the White Council. Or he's a warden. Sorry, calling question.
He's a warden of the White Council. Yes,
I do happen to know one of them. His name happens to be. Let me see. I got it written down somewhere. Sean McClure.
Oh, them. You need to speak to his aunt. Someone needs to speak to his aunt. She. Oh. God. Yeah. You know what? Never mind. Just go ahead and finish what you're doing. You have my blessings as an auntie. Go away.
Did you upgrade?
Yes. He takes your wrist. He kisses your hand. He puts it back. You're good. Go.
All right. Well, I got to test these things out at some point. I got to find like a dark alley. I'll be back. Oh, I won't be. You'll be there. Actually, is what's going to happen because I'm going to stab myself in the hand. Anyway, have a good one.
You're gonna go shoot your web in a dark alley?
That's what he's gonna do.
I got to practice a bit, but yeah.
Remember, Colin, this is for tonight only. You have this wonderful thing.
I'm about to just. There's got to be a way I can swing around this city and have nobody know.
There's a way to keep this. Yeah, there's definitely a way to keep it. We'll see when that comes up. All right. Any other preparation to do before we go to the fight scene?
No.
Go ahead, Tim.
Go ahead, Tyler.
I was just saying, we've got my preps with the spells.
Yes. Oh, okay. Anything that's not math related?
I was just going to check, and since I've been here for 2 months, with at least 2 months with the information, I would have scoped out that.
To me,
what's around?
You know these things.
Yeah.
You've been doing all of the appropriate research. This is going to be the big info dump. So the warehouse itself is part of a. It is a warehousing company. They own the warehouse itself and sells out the product to another grouping of people. You can't certainly tell which group is aligned with who.
Mm-hmm.
The warehouse workers on the floor, who will be there tonight as well, They are not aware of the situation, but you do know that there has usually been a lot of psychometry happening when big, giant, scary monsters take over a place, like a giant. In general, these people were going to be a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more violent, a little bit more ready to go. You've been chasing a group called the Firebugs, as they've gained a few more members. The Firebugs are now certainly not wizards or anything, but focused practitioners with fire magics. They have been continuing to be active. You have not been able to stop them outright. For whatever reason, they have always been able to slip away or stop before they get caught too deeply into it or anything else with that.
All right.
Sorry. Anyway, you also know that the warehouse is split up into a few sections. You've got the main floor that you come in with.
Mm-hmm.
Those lead down to a series of hallways that leads down into a deep, dark work pit. Yeah, that has been.
I wonder where we're supposed to go.
Hey, man, I'm not telling you. I didn't make up this warehouse. This is a real warehouse that I totally know about. Anyway.
I didn't make up these rules. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I did totally make up these rules. All right. You also know that there is a series of rafters over the floor of the main floor of the warehouse. So there's a way to get around up top, and a way to get inside from up top and hang out in the rafters without being seen. You also are pretty aware of the change in guard, all these other things. You've given yourself about 15 minutes to get started, where the change of guard would be happening at about 6:30. That's when they're going to be the time. Other than that, there's no shift change happening for several hours after you guys get started, so it's going to be the same guys no matter what.
All right.
And lastly, you know that there is going to be like a key card entry to drive into the location. If you're going to try to sneak in there, the best way to go about it is to go by foot over a gate from the far side.
All right.
I would have had you roll for all these things, but you've known about this for months at this point, and there's no way your character wouldn't have been doing this the whole time.
Rocking and rolling.
Sorry for everyone who's not seeing any cool rolls, but that's not what this game's about. And they're coming. Okay.
Yeah, give it a minute.
Give it a minute. Okay, so it is now 6 o'clock. Tyler, let's go ahead and work on your spell as the time gets spent right now.
Okay.
So we are looking for a... let's do the basis. Is it an immobile object, movable, or animate?
All right. So there are three things that I wanna do or try and do.
Okay.
First one, I want to make a tidal wave. Just out for me, tidal wave. I'm assuming we're going to call that an animate object.
Moving. So we'll start with 3 base.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to upgrade size. How big is this?
Would Viktor have given me some sort of scale as far as how big things are going to be? Like, is this going to be just an absolutely massive fight? Would he have told me about giants or half giants?
I mean, I'm a half giant, so you know the approximate size of a half giant.
Okay.
Assuming they haven't progressed a little bit further down that development path.
We'll call it 3 Victors. I want to be able to take out 3 Victors standing shoulder to shoulder.
Okay. Let's go ahead and drop another 3 on there.
Okay.
So 5.
5?
Pretty big.
All right.
Just you can bowl one over, yeah.
All right.
What do you want it to do? Like a single slam attack would be one thing, but if you're trying to make it do like dispel magic or a block effect.
Well, it itself is magic, so I don't imagine it would dispel the magic. But I think we want to do it, have it slam and push.
Okay. Just do some force movement. And then an attack. So we're going to drop another 2 on there to bring the total up to 10.
You said another 2 on there?
Yeah, another 2.
Yep, brings it up to 10. All right.
Okay.
And then, so do I have to declare the weapon, the weapon stat on it now, or does it have a weapon stat on it naturally?
Here you go.
Quick baby break. We need like a little tune or something, like a little elevator tune. Baby break.
Okay. Anyway.
Did you hear my question before the baby break?
No. What?
Do I have to declare weapon attack on it now, or does it naturally have a weapon on it?
It has like a slam attack. It's gonna be like fists or whatever comparison.
Okay. Because I know when I was doing like the bonfire earlier, I had part of that was the weapon attack, which is why it was so.
Oh yeah, you get like this won't have a bonus attack. If you wanted to hit really hard, you'd have to add another 2 to it or more.
Okay.
So right now it's weapon 0. If you wanted to add like weapon damage.
Since we're going big, let's put it at a weapon 5.
Weapon 5. All right, we're gonna boost this up by 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun.
All right.
So that's a 15.
Second thing I want to do. Is make the tiger extra tiger.
Okay. Yeah. What do we gotta do to the tiger? Because the tiger's at 9 right now, right?
Yeah. The base tiger's at 9. Is there any way for me to give it inhuman strength and speed?
It's 2 apiece.
Okay. So I put it at 13. All right, tight. We'll just have it be extra strong, extra fast. And then the third thing, and this is the thing that I'm like, maybe I can do, maybe I can't. I'm gonna try and put some water or ice magic. Oh, he's got his headphones out.
It's baby break tune time.
Baby break.
No, what's going on?
I want to try and put, using my tattooing skills, put a water and or ice magic spell on some bullets for Austin.
Yeah.
We'll try and make some ice bullets for Austin.
Heyo.
Okay.
Ice bullet, here we come.
So we're enchanting. So let's figure out how you want to go about that. You don't have enchanting slots right now.
That is correct. I wouldn't be using all my extra bonuses. It would just be purely off my lore, correct?
Oh no, you don't have. This is an enchanted item to instill a item with magic of some kind or another.
Okay. So
if you want to just be able to say like, look, I'm going to summon these things like I always do, and they're going to be ice bullets, then that's one thing. If that's what you want to do, then you're all set. We'll build those right now.
Okay. Well then, yeah. Let's do that then.
Summon ammunition : ice bullets.
Yes.
Summon ammunition ice bullets. Do you want them moving when you summon them? As in, do you want to be able to shoot them out of your hands?
Well, I want to be able to give them to Austin so he can shoot them out of his gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You're going to make small objects. They are not intense, so it's going to be a 1 to base. But you want them to be the catch for someone's superpowers, right?
Yes.
So we're going to basically, you need to predict how much you're going to need.
Okay.
How much power do you want to put into this? I guess it's sort of like you're just adding weapon damage, but not really, because you're trying to overcome a catch.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do. We're gonna add a 6 to it.
Add a 6 to it? Okay.
Yeah, add a 6 just because you need to overcome the thing in the first place. So that should make them operate like normal versus this fire monster.
Okay.
You only have 1 right now, so if you want to do quantities, you kind of go up by 1 by adding 2 points.
Austin uses 6 shooters, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Then let's make 6. Let's give him a full.
A full round. Okay,
Flip.
so that's gonna add 12.
All right, that puts us up.
Oh no,
to,
sorry, only 10.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So 17.
That puts us up to 17.
Okay.
All right. So,
And you don't
and
have
now
to
I
add-
start rolling some lures, right? Or
Yeah, we need to start. So first of all, let's roll lore to see if you can start building any of these things, and then you're gonna start hunting around for materials.
all right. So this would be an excellent chance to explain how the rolling system works in,
Yes, it
in
would.
this game.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we have a little tool on Discord that will read our dice rolls, and we put up this really interesting formula. But other than that, we're doing fudge dice, 4d6, technically 4df. You roll 4 dice, and then you add up your roll and compare it to your modifiers. If you're using a regular dice, 5 and 6 is a +1, 3 and 4 is a 0, and 1 and 2 is a -1. Fudge dice will just say negative, neutral, or positive. Add all your neutrals and positives and negatives to your modifier to get your roll. It does not. I probably explained it too much. Anyway, let's see the first roll so we can get started.
All right. And we said my overall is is it 9 or 10? My overall is a
10.
10. Boom. All right. So first roll is an 11.
You need to make up 2 somehow.
Yep. And this is on the tidal wave. All right. I'm just going to concentrate a little bit more. And I forgot to put the plus. That's another 11. No.
Rip.
Yeah.
No, you don't have you don't just think about it a second time. The 11 was the aspect of you thinking about it with all your thought process. You need to find 2 someplace else.
Okay.
You can use your aspects you can use your skills to create an aspect to improve it. You can hunt down special materials. In general, you're hunting down aspects of one
Gotcha.
kind or another to increase your ability to make these spells.
So I have I have an 11 on this 15 that I need for the tidal wave.
Yes.
So I can get the
You
extra
need to
4
find.
by finding something, or
Basically, you just describe what you use to do the thing. You can say that you have specialized materials, but of course, you either have to use a scene, which is basically a skill check, to find those materials, or buy them, or acquire them, getting you the aspect, or you can just spend a fate point on one of your other things.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Could I potentially use my performance to draw it, like say, draw it particularly lifelike and
Yes.
get it up there?
Yeah, that would be one aspect. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to roll my performance for that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's a 7 on the performance.
Yeah, you succeed in that aspect. You gain one aspect to the roll, one more, and you have your tidal wave.
All right. Now, I did say I had gone back to Gwendolyn. Could she have helped me with this as well? Help me focus a little bit better?
Yeah, it'd be a contacts roll.
Contact roll. All right. It'd be at a +1. That's a 2. Not quite?
It's not enough to get you the what you need.
Gotcha.
You're in general looking for a +3 in the end.
Gotcha. All right, I will go ahead and tag. I'll tag my tunnel vision for this. I'm focusing really
Okay.
hard on it, using one of my fate points to
All right.
finish it up. And that should be enough to get me there?
Yes, you now have your tidal wave.
All right. Up next is the tiger.
Okay, I have got to use the bathroom, and I'm so sorry to do this, but you guys can
Very
do this,
good.
and then hopefully
Yeah.
I'll be back in time.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Thank
you guys are good. We're just finishing up some math here. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So this is the 13 for the tiger.
All right.
That's a 10 for the roll. So I got to make up 3 points on it. Again, I'm going to try and use my performance to draw it better.
Go ahead.
And that's a 3 on that one.
All right, you succeed.
Okay. So that
So you're short 1.
shorts me 1.
Mhm.
All right.
Oh yeah, you need one more.
And this time I'm going to tag the pen is mightier.
Okay. Go ahead.
To go ahead and get that one up there. And then
Okay.
last but not least, the big one, the big 17 for the bullets.
Not gonna happen.
Go ahead and roll.
Yep. That's another
10.
10.
It's gonna be tough to do.
All right. So, again, so I don't think I can use my performance for this one, as I'm not really drawing it.
Wait, you're not drawing it?
Oh, well, that is how I do my magic. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. I guess I'll attempt to draw it better. That's a 6
There you go.
on the performance. So that gets me
Definitely.
up to 12, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Just need 3 more successes
Mm-hmm.
of some sort.
Again, I'm going to attempt to have Gwen help me with this.
She gives you this one right here.
Oh, yeah. I'll go ahead and use one of those. Does that just flat give me another +2?
Yeah, it's another aspect.
All right.
The aspect is he's so lucky.
All right, that puts me up to 14.
So do you have any ranks in weapons or craftsmanship, something like that?
Negative.
What about? I'm trying to think. Guns?
So-
Like, you have anything in guns?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
I've got scholarship. I'm trying to think something there.
How to spin that?
yeah, that's gonna be tough. Yeah.
How about this? I'm actually going to go to I'm going to go see if Father Shenanigans
Father Shenanigans.
has some more holy water that I can use in making these bullets. I'm assuming holy water is more pure, thereby making it easier to work magic on.
But you're
Aren't you
drawing.
sketching these things?
I am sketching them. Damn it.
Remember your own magic style, man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Sorry, I'm trying to think outside of the box here. It just that didn't quite work.
Ooh, resources. Did you go out and buy special paper for the ritual?
Or like bullets to use as a reference.
There we go.
Sure. Let's say I went out and bought some bullets to use as a reference and to like use for casings.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a hard research roll because bullets aren't that expensive, and we live in Louisiana. So
I don't actually have resources.
that's gonna be a flat roll then.
Yep.
But I do have a stunt that may work here. Starving artist, use performance instead of resources for income.
That's
Yeah.
good enough. Yeah.
Okay.
You even take some income for bullet buying.
That's a 3.
Perfect. Plus 2,
Alright.
you're up to 16 out of 17.
16.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna use a fate point to add +1. I can't really
Okay. Yeah.
can't really tag much because I've already tagged two of this scene. So.
Oh, you can retag. You can retag the same thing 1,000 times. And you're spending fate points on it.
Oh, okay.
It's just not free anymore after your first time.
Gotcha.
All right. So we've got your magical things all set up. We are all certainly correct, and you guys are going to meet at the far end of the plant, at the outside of the gate, at 6 o'clock. Is that correct? Everyone ready?
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Night begins to fall, as it usually does at 5:45. We begin our little heist. All of our team members are all gathered around. You see Sean, Viktor, Austin, and Romain as your really only members of your party. All right, so Sean starts in. All right, what do we do first?
Hold on one second. Austin,
Yeah.
you had an idea earlier that kind of struck me. I made these for you, and I hold up a bunch of ice bullets. They look like little icicles that are in casings.
Amazing. All right. I'm gonna, take out my gun, take out the ammo, and insert icicle bullets.
All right.
Do we know how many people are there?
All right. You have the information, Timmy. There are 100 people currently working the floor, regular humans that you know actively on the factory floor. Warehouse, sorry.
So, I heard from my contact that there's always like a giant, or usually a giant that tends to follow around or lead. Lead is probably the better.
You're looking for the word lead.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Well, they tend to be in a group there, and a giant is there. What are we thinking about this? Should we take out the giant first, last, try and stealth most of this mission, and then finish it off?
Well, with human combatants, it's going to be very hard to actually fight them. I was thinking we'd have to send down splinters of people. Some people, like myself, would have to be focused on keeping everyone up here from hearing what you guys are doing downstairs.
Well,
we also need someone to charm our way into it, which I'm assuming one of you guys are going to be doing.
Isn't it convenient then that you can put up barriers of air to prevent sound from?
It is very convenient. It is why I'm here.
It is, in fact, why you're here.
Oh, I got a question. Actually, Sean, is there any way that you could, like, other than sectioning off things for sound, could you section things off, like put some kind of barrier people couldn't get through? because then we could fight sections of people at a time, which would be a little easier, right?
That is possible. Yeah.
Well, so could you do both of those things at the same time? So no one could get in and there's no sound that gets out? Because then we could kind of stealthily take out sections of this thing.
Yeah.
That
That's
sounds
definitely
like
an option.
these sounds like plans. Plans are beginning to form.
Certainly does sound like a good way to work through, folks. Unfortunately, most of the warehouse workers aren't actually Sons of Muspel. They're more likely just warehouse workers. I mean, they're probably going to be a little bit more aggressive, seeing as you can't be around a giant for that long without getting a little bit edgy.
Well, that means we're probably going to have to avoid doing harm to these people.
Right. See, the way I was looking at it, we've got a couple of options. One, we try and break out small sections if as they see us. Two, we do something loud to get the normal humans out. Theoretically, the Sons of Muspel will remain behind, and we can pare down our targets that way.
I do like that second plan.
I have a question. How long does this is a game question, not a
Yeah.
how long does the tiger last for?
It lasts until it dies. Usually, you're like when you conjure something, it sticks around until like it gets dispelled or the sun comes up or something like that. That's usually the best part about conjuring it, is that it sticks around and does what it's going to do.
I might be able to scare the normies out. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and
All right.
summon the tiger.
Don't. We're still outside a gate.
Oh, we're still outside? Never
Yeah,
mind.
we still have to get in there.
My bad. I thought we were like overlooking it or something.
Well, my information showed us that there is a way in from the second story. Well, I guess theoretically it's a warehouse, so it's still the first story, but you know what I mean.
Yes, there is an access to the rafters, actually.
Now, one of my specialties has been transportation via air magic, and one of the nice benefits is doing second story work without having to bring any tools. So we should be able to sprint across this field and jump to the second story. Rafters, banisters, outside areas.
Should?
All right.
What happens if we don't?
Well, I got a way to make sure I make it, personally. I might be able to bring one of you with me.
I really don't expect it to be a problem, but you'll probably just hit the floor and have to try again. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it's like Mario, so you gotta get a running jump and then jump and then jump. So build momentum. Now, once we're in there, how are we going to do things? We've got a whole bunch of people, and I'm assuming we're going to drop a tiger on them?
Yes, I do think that's the plan. Get in there, get into the rafters, drop a tiger to cause a bit of panic. Sean, if once you get us up there, there is a sub-basement level. Mm-hmm. If you can put up a sound barrier between the sub-basement level and the main warehouse floor.
Yes, of course.
Excellent. Then Austin, Romain, and I can take care of any of the sons that stick around on the warehouse floor, make sure everybody else gets out, and then we'll move on to those who are underneath.
Is there gonna be a way we could tell a normal person from a Sons of Muspel person?
Well, if they're not running from the tiger, there's a pretty good chance, or if they're trying to run to the sub-basement.
Here's a question. So, do the humans... Are we thinking like the sub-basement area is just going to be Sons of Muspel people?
It's highly likely.
Could we maybe start a controlled fire along with a tiger? Kind of double whammy this thing to have people run? Or do you think the tiger will be enough?
Well, the problem with starting a fire because I've already considered this, is fire alarms are typically tied to the authorities.
Ooh, that is a good point. That is a good
Which
point.
means rather than
Also-
having...
They're fire giants.
Yeah. Hey, that's the issue with starting a fire, as opposed to, like, pulling the fire alarm.
Well, my concern is also all of the water that gets spread. That would dispel a lot of magic.
Yes, that would be a bad thing.
Wait, sorry. Does water dispel magic?
Yes.
Running water, yes.
Interesting.
So, like a sprinkler
Also,
system.
but fire giants might hate sprinklers.
It would, however... fire giants are going to be big and nasty, regardless of whether they're in running water or not. Romain, no offense, he's not going to be big and nasty if
Nope.
there's running water.
Interesting.
In fact,
Y'all
I
will be
am
liabilities.
I am very much
Yeah. You see that? You see that?
Yeah. All right. Wait, that all makes sense.
I
So
kind
drop a tiger on
of
'em.
gesture towards Victor. Big and nasty? Not so much.
Yeah, no, I get you. All right, drop a tiger on them. People will run, hopefully. Sons of Muspel won't. We'll fight the people. All right. So the plan is drop the tiger, wait a beat to get people to run out of there,
Mhm.
fight whoever leaves or tries to leave. Well,
No.
after the humans
Whoever
are out, you
doesn't.
could block them off, and then. All right. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty decent plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Timmy, roll me empathy.
Empathy. Everyone's favorite. Yeah.
Ooh. Never mind. You think this plan's great. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're all set.
Before we go, odd. Sorry. Gwen
the lights
taught me
fade-
her little
Even.
luck spell.
The light fades out of 4 of the little gems, and each of you feel a little bit luckier.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, a nickel.
And that's an aspect I can pull on once without using points.
Correct.
For free.
Once for free, but you are technically lucky forever. So if it ever comes up again and you want to use a fate point, you're welcome to tag lucky again.
Right, and I do currently have 1 fate point, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we didn't
And
have
I-
a major milestone.
And I am down to 1 as well because I've used 2 of mine already.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, anything else?
Shows, roads. Let's do this.
I think it's time to do the thing. Sean begins to wave his hands, and you feel the wind starts picking up around you. You feel it going into your body. You are now able to do athletics checks while you're outside and connected to this wind at a +5.
Does that add to my +3 already?
Correct.
Yes, it does.
Dope.
This is literally just a straight buff while we're doing this running part.
So my
let's
athletics
do
is
the
going to be
sprinting.
+5.
All right. So Sean's actually operating on a +9, so he's not going to be able to fail this jump.
Damn.
So we're going to go ahead and move forward with him. He sprints across the field as quick as you can possibly think of. Quicker than a human possibly could, but not so fast that you'd imagine that it's super speed. Just peak human condition. He starts sprinting and running across something. Eventually, he actually just uses his hand and hoists himself over a piece of machinery that is in his way. He is very, very, very practiced at this form of speed running. This specific form of speed running at hyper speeds. As he gets to the thing, he actually takes a crazy, he jumps down, lands, rolls, uses all 4 of his limbs to shoot himself into the air, landing very delicately in front of the door. It's as easy as that, you hear as a whisper behind your ear.
All right, well, I'll go next, I guess.
You lads go next. I'll bring up the rear.
Here goes. Wow! Wow! With a
Ooh.
+8.
Ooh.
Well,
I have never seen this. This is
That's
the worst roll, but
all
mitigated the best way
negatives.
possible. Colin, do you want to re-roll?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna need that fate point. I got other options, I think, if things start to go south. Basically, if I feel like I'm not going quick enough or stealthy enough, I'm gonna shoot a web to the building and just.
It's okay. You're a little short, actually. I will tell you.
This does not bode well for me.
I mean, has he gotten his free tag for the upgraded web shooters?
He has not. No. Free tag.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
It's an aspect. Your web shooters are upgraded, so there's a likely aspect that says upgraded web shooters or whatever. So you tagged it for free because it's the first time you've ever used it, and you sling up to the thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And, all right,
So I will
Romain.
sling my way to right next to, what the heck is his name? Sean.
Sean. He gives you a silent high five.
All right. Romain is. He sees Sean do his
Can
thing.
I toss him?
Do what?
What?
Can I toss him?
And then I'll catch him with web.
Yeah. Just saying, between Sean's moving of the air currents, my might, and
That would
little
really
bit of
work
web
in all
help.
honesty. Just
all right, we're going to side door of Helm's Deep this. Just seeing the trouble that Austin had, and like I know that Austin is fairly athletic and has, minor vampire powers. No big deal.
Versus this lowly human.
Yeah,
he's gonna struggle.
All right, here's the deal. Run, step on my hand, and I'm gonna give you a heave.
give you the heave ho.
Okay.
All right.
I take a few steps back from where I originally was. It's like, I might need a little bit more of a run.
All right. So, Timmy, this is actually going to be your roll of might with the +5. So you're going to throw him there.
Okay. This is... It's going to be a little bit loose with the rules, but I'm going to leave it up to you. One aspect of inhuman strength is improved lifting. Whenever lifting or breaking inanimate things, you gain a +3 to might score.
Sure, of course you can have that. Yeah, obviously.
That's what I figured. It's not rules as written, but it's in the spirit of it. So this.
He's working with you. If it was someone who was like against you, it'd be totally different. But
plus, you're technically lifting my shoe, which is an inanimate object.
Yeah, you're right. So that's going to be a might of 4 plus the 5 for Sean plus the 3 for my inhuman strength for
Can't
a total
fail it.
plus 12.
plus can't. So yeah, you kind of honestly, I'm gonna give you guys like both a fate point for this one because it's just a fantastic choice.
Give him the old alley-oop.
You give him the old alley-oop. He like soars through the air across the field onto the second story, right next to Austin and Sean.
I'm going to this might fuck it up. I'm going to attempt to copy Sean's landing.
Dear God.
Athletics.
With the +5
Dear
or
God.
no?
Yeah, sure.
All right. 6.
Hey, you did it. You make the landing. You're very impressing. You've impressed everybody who's here. And Sean's not hard to like impress. So I mean, I'm not. But I mean, it's certainly pretty cool.
I get up and whisper in the exact same inflection, and that's how it's done, folks.
Well done. Sean gives you the golf clap. Silent.
All right.
Let's see Victor's.
A little bit of athletics there to...
There we go. +8. He does another great run, jump, and land. All right, everyone is inside. We're going to enter from the rafters up top. These raptors hang, as you will be able to see in a couple of seconds, about 16 feet above everyone else. We are in not exactly a huge warehouse, but definitely plenty of space for storage up top. They're moving a ton of boxes. Anyone with an investigation roll want to give it a go?
I think I have really good investigation, so I'll
Yeah.
go for it.
So
Feels like
my investigation is shit, but I do have it.
I got a +4, so I feel like, can't go bad twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not great, but we take them.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, cool. You both noticed one of the same kind of facts here. The boxes are not unlabeled. They have a large insignia of a serpent on the side,
hmm
and there are the initials DS plastered over the top of it.
Stands for the Sons.
The Sons. Yep, that's right.
I kind of nudge Victor. Is that the symbol of the Sons?
I don't think so. No. No, it's not.
In my investigating time, would I have come across a DS logo that it's like, what am I trying to think of? Like in like Wall-E, how there's like that one company that's kind of all over everything.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Would I have come across this DS logo or symbol before in my investigating time?
If you have, it wasn't relevant to what you were talking about at the time.
Like
So it is not easy for you to point it to get together. It looks vaguely familiar, but you really cannot place where it comes from.
Let's say, do I know where it comes from?
You also do not know where it comes from. This is a brand new plot point.
Rock and rolling.
All right. Other than that, you guys are inside and welcome to start any of your rounds. This is an ambush, so do what you want.
All right. So I'm going to do a quick scope, make sure everything looks like we expected, which it does.
Yes, it does. You see somewhere in the realm of about 80 humans, human men usually. There's about an 80-20 split between human men and human women who are working the floor. And then there's 20 humans, and you know that they're humans. They're not muspely. These are in guards uniforms, like security officers. They don't look like they were your classic high school dropout who decided to get a job in security. These are some guys who have taken some classes, taken some training, know what they're trying to do. As well, you can also see the entrances to the location as where you're intending people to run out from the tiger, and the entrance to the sub-basement areas, along with entrances to labs and other things like that people would have for like offices or any type of like weird work someone's got to do to test nonsense.
Whatnots.
Yes, boring administrative places.
I'm going to go ahead and start focusing on the tiger.
Okay.
Putting some power into that.
Before we go too far into this, the entry to the sub-basement, is that guarded specifically? Like, are there guards there?
It's got two guys on it. There's two of the guards on it, not just the random guys in the warehouse.
Yeah. And then follow-up question, are there any others that have like line of sight on that?
Hold up. Go ahead and roll me another empathy check. Sorry.
It's all good.
Not that you can see. No.
Yeah. It's not like alertness or something.
I feel like that might be more of an alertness. Yeah.
I was thinking more empathy because it would be where their eyes are trained, but honestly, if it's alertness, it's alertness. You can go ahead and change out your modifier.
All right. So that would be a -1, but I am going to use it's a +2 for a -1. I'm going to use Monarch's Boar, or tag that for a fate point to re-roll.
Yes. Good plan.
Much better.
Much better. Okay, so +4. Yeah, you notice that while the guards are not set up in perfect, what is that thing? Penitus Oculitis? No, I think that's just from Skyrim. Anyway, they're not set up perfectly so that every guy can see every other guy and everything is perfect and awesome. But there is enough coordination that any of the guards could see any of the other ones. But no one's trained on the other ones. You certainly could find a good opportunity to sneak through.
Cool.
Are those guys going to be an issue with the tiger?
Most likely, here's my revised thought. Revised thought. Drop down the tiger in the center, maybe slightly away from the door.
We bringing them in?
No, so like center of the warehouse,
Uh-huh.
slightly away from the door that we're trying to go in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that hopefully the security will move to contain the tiger, and we can sneak in, with the help of Sean to, get underneath.
All
Sounds
right.
like a plan.
Sean is busy propping open a window.
All right.
He's got to have wind from somewhere.
Yep.
True.
Okay. He gives you the thumbs up because he's not going to talk because he knows it's a stealthy mission. I'm assuming this means Tyler gets started on the magic.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Let's rock, Romain.
It's your time to shine.
Don't say that. I'm about to.
I'm about to roll. This is terrible.
Hey, roll a d6s. I believe.
That's fair.
I played
All
enough
right.
Warhammer with you recently that
All right. That's a
3 out of, what was it?
that's
13 you
the
had
conviction,
for the
and it
magic?
was a 13 for the tiger.
Oh boy. Honestly, you can get your ambush off. No one's checking the rafters for
yeah.
you.
Oh, so I can just focus.
Yeah, you can drop the tiger.
Gotcha.
We're just assuming that you got this going good.
It's a narrative aspect.
I'll take. We take those. We take
This
those.
is the benefit of the tool. All right, let's go ahead and drop a tiger. So slightly away from the door, slightly towards the door, we're trying to get ourselves inside of so that the guys contain it.
Mhm.
The tiger hits the ground. Unfortunately, Victor's read wasn't all that great, and the aggression has been building a lot longer than they thought. We now have 80 people who are now not running away from, but going towards your tiger to try to stop it. The guards are now trained with weapons on the tiger itself. The distraction certainly exists.
Did they move away from the door that we're trying to get into?
They are moving slowly towards the tiger to continue to contain it. But the tiger is going to go to town on the first person who acts aggressively towards it. So you may have to stay behind and keep the tiger from mauling people.
That's fair.
Sean?
Wait, can I? Is there any way I could potentially? Man, this might give us away our
The
position.
cat's out of the magic circle now, so
The cat is out of the magic bag. Yes.
Like
So if
I
you
could
wanna
like
start
web,
this
could
out-
I web some like if it's like a normal? I'm thinking it's a normal human. We're not supposed to kill. Could I web him down, like
Yes, you could.
Spider-Man
If you wanna
style to the
be-
floor or the wall?
Yeah, if you want to start doing Spider-Man style webbing and stuff, that's.
Okay.
I mean, you're unlimited.
Just seeing this turn of events. Romain, stay here, control the tiger. Sean, give us the sound barrier on the sub-basement. Austin, you're with me.
Got
All
it.
right, sounds good.
Attempt to
Okay.
drop down behind the guards and get into the sub-basement.
Roll me a stealth. It's not
I'm-
going to be too hard. They're distracted.
I'm following him, so
All right.
I'll also roll one of those. What is my roll for that? Stealth +3.
That's a 2, which I will take considering I didn't have a bonus to stealth.
That's a
Right.
3, and I had a 3 bonus to stealth. So
I was actually asking literally just the bare minimum. You just needed to hit a
Positive.
1.
Okay.
Yeah, positive anything at all was going to be fine. These guys are a little distracted by the tiger.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Let's see. You guys are good. We're gonna keep coming back to you, Romain. We're going to try to figure out how you're gonna do all this stuff with the tiger. What
Gotcha.
is your first move?
my
You
first
do have
move
full
or
control of
their
the
first
tiger until they start attacking him. Yeah.
move?
What are you gonna do first to keep them from getting themselves slaughtered?
So do I have any form of direct control over the tiger, or do I have to control it externally?
You have direct control over the tiger. Yes.
Okay. This is a warehouse full of boxes, right?
Yes.
It's gonna start like darting between boxes.
Okay. You're going to use your Tiger's athletics checks. So let's get started with those.
Okay, we never actually statted out this tiger. We said we were going to a bunch, and we never actually did.
We really did. We really didn't. Let's give him a +3 just
Okay.
to get going.
And it does have inhuman speed, so does that add more to it?
Yep. I think it's a +2, but inhuman speed's different.
I think it's 1 for inhuman speed right now. I've got the PDF up in that.
Like, it can automatically move across a zone. I know that much. It can also move with. It can attack and move in one round.
All athletics checks are made at a +1, including dodging. When sprinting, this bonus is increased to +2.
So it's going to be sprinting. It's what I'm assuming. So it's going to be +5.
All right.
All right.
That starts at a 3.
We're going to play a very awkward game of cat and mouse with 100 cats and 1 mouse that's actually a cat. That's actually a drawing. And now we're going to move forward to the next part of the thing. Sean uses his artsy wind magic to kind of float down with just like the breeze on his clothes, and just kind of floats down right behind the guys, silent as ever, and follows up behind you guys. As you guys go down the stairs, you see Sean setting up his little wind trap. He stays on the underside of it so that he is going to keep on powering it from our side, try to keep things from coming in. It's a block against movement, but he is going to be a little bit hampered. He's going to have to stick around right here as well.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, you guys are running through the. It's got a series of hallways that kind of wind in and around themselves. It is leading you steadily downstairs as you go through. So let's do a little bit of rolls to see what you guys come up across. Colin, can you do me a flat roll of any kind? Just a flat roll.
Just no pluses, no negatives?
No pluses, no minus.
Why would you pick me? I freaking suck with these sixes. Why is it always me?
So you guys come across.
Keep in mind, you do still have the free lucky tag. If you want to use it here.
All right, so as you guys are running across things, the two of you run into a room. When the door opens, you see 13 people in hooded robes chanting in a circle.
Wait, I'm glad I have you with me. Aren't you the breaker of...
Yes, ritual breaker aspect.
There we go. Time to break a ritual.
Is there anything else in the room, or is it just 13 people in hooded robes chanting?
So the room used to be what was very obviously like not like a classroom, but like an orientation room. There is still a projector hanging from the ceiling. There is still a projected screen up against the wall. Nothing is on it, of course. In the center of their circle, there stands. So it's a small flame. I mean, it's literally just an open flame set up on the floor. There's 13 rocks in a little circle around the flame. Anyone who with a greater understanding of magic, and you would, since you're the ritual breaker, you know that each of these people are acting as one of the pieces of the stone. What this ritual intends to do, you're not sure, but you do know that they're trying to act on that fire somehow. This looks like Muspel work.
Do they notice us, or are we stealthy?
I would really roll a stealth roll, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Beast. Sorry, I'm still super slow at this.
All good.
It's all good.
That's 3. 4.
Colin, you're very stealthy. Unfortunately, Victor is not.
Well, that makes a good amount of sense.
Yeah. You just walked into the room with the freight train. So the freight train's going to do what the freight train does and charge at the nearest one.
Break that ritual.
I have a quick rules question before we do this roll.
Yeah, of course.
I do have 2 guns, right? Mm-hmm. I know we kind of, mechanically, it could be 1 gun, could be 2 guns. Yeah. Right now, I have ice bullets in 1 gun. Can I have normal bullets in the other gun?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he only made 6 ice bullets.
I only gave you enough ice bullets for 1 gun.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah. Second question. Reloading. We've kind of just been shooting these guns, and I haven't really worried about reloading. Is it just one of those things that I'm just real good at it, so I can just reload these things and
You've never gotten to 12 shots in a fight. For one.
That's true. That's true.
I don't think you've gotten past 3 or 4 if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think maybe the biggest was 6, and that was versus the.
Your gun is
Undead
a very
guys.
particular thing. Without an actual speed loader of some kind for your gun, it's going to be a round of you just fitting bullets into the
Okay.
holes of your revolver.
That being said,
Something
you've
I was
got
checking because I just thought of it today. So
yeah. That being said, you've
I know.
got 12 rounds before you have to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
Or in between, and that's in this single fight.
yeah,
Between
exactly.
fights, you can.
I can just reload them. It's just things I was checking just to kind of make sure I have 2 guns if that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Because that's how I thought of it, but it's kind of been a iffy thing, and then
Yeah.
making sure that. Okay, I was just checking on things. Anyway, continue your bull charge and breaking this out.
All right. And honestly, if I can get the nearest one into the next nearest one and just
Just knocking down like dominoes?
domino them.
Yeah. legitimately freight train through.
Yeah. Let's do it. Are you going to try to attack or make an aspect to put them prone?
We're gonna go ahead and make an aspect to put them prone.
You're going to be trying to defeat their endurance, which is actually better than a usual aspect creation because their endurance sucks.
Excellent. So that.
This will be a classic might roll. I'm assuming you already knew that one though.
Yep.
Alrighty. Your inhuman strength applies
Okay. So
for whatever bonus that might be.
all right, you talked about the improved lifting or the hammer blows.
Hammer blows.
Okay.
Okay. Woohoo!
I'll take that.
All right. So this is not every last one of them falling prone, but they're not moving right now. The first one you definitely hit certainly falls prone. The rest of them are certainly stumbling or maneuvering. They're not standing at the ready anymore. And the ritual is still unbroken, unfortunately.
Such is life.
It seems as though your enhanced ritual brain is telling you, of course, the stones are the key.
Alrighty.
Do I get a thing, or are we rolling initiative now?
Yeah, you get a thing.
All right. I'm gonna try and I really want to use these spider. I should use my gun, but I really want to use these spider powers. Can I try and pin one down with web?
Well, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, can I shoot out disrupt the rocks as I'm bull rushing through?
You want your well, no, you kind of do your thing.
Okay.
We'll roll the rocks in a second. You'll get there. You have plenty of time. All right, Colin, you want to?
Neat thing for him to web shooter.
All right, Colin, you're up for web shootery.
So we've been running it as guns, right?
Yes, it's controlled by your gun skill. Then Auntie wanted you to have what you used to use.
And do I get a plus anything on top of that? Is it +1, +2? I know my guns are +1.
So your guns are weapon 2. They deliver extra damage on a hit as a +2, like Timmy's improved strength.
Okay.
The webs don't do that, but instead you can create an aspect to tie them down. Basically you're allowed to create aspects with guns. Is what this allows you to do.
Which is freaking cool. All right, so I'm gonna try and create an aspect to tie them down.
Okay.
With this gun's shot, it's +3. We got
Nice.
a positive 4.
You do have a positive. So yeah, when Timmy knocked them all down because their endurance is really low, their endurance is still really low for you. You actually nailed 2 of them, stuck to opposing walls or whatever.
Incredible. All right.
Okay, let's keep on going with this.
From out of commission.
So 2 of them out of commission. The ritual is still going. From what I told Timmy earlier, the rocks are the key at the moment. They're the ones that's holding the magic. They're just chanting magic into their individual rocks, and it would also mean that 2 rocks are the weak point.
Right, but I'm not a ritual breaker, so I don't really know that.
No, you don't really know that. These guys get starting on their things, though. So let's do a whole little thing. A lot of them are actually just going to start getting up. A pretty basic athletics check.
Getting up or
very
giving
lucky
up?
Because they're getting up. Unfortunately, all of them are terrible. Wow, really?
We take those.
Okay, 2 out of the game, 13. There's 11. Timmy took down 5. That left me with what?
7, if there were
7?
13 to begin with.
13 to begin with, 2 gone. Gives me to 11. You took out 5 of them. No, it takes me to 6. I think I rolled 6 times? No, 5 times.
5. You
You
rolled
rolled
5.
5 times.
I rolled 5. Okay, so here's 6. 2 of them actually end up getting on their feet, and will be available to do and are available to attack this round. So let's do a little bit of spell casting.
That is so many zeros.
Yeah. Let's do a little bit of spell casting. And these guys do not have discipline. Unfortunately for you guys, they have armor versus backlash. So they're going to start shooting out fire spells. The 2 guys. So the first one shoots out a +2 weapon fire spell against Viktor. Obviously, he bull rushed in here.
Yeah. And that's an endurance against that? Or
Athletics, because you're going to avoid it.
Okay.
That's how they do these things, I guess.
2.
Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, you jump out of the way of the spell. The other kid does his magic. And to control it, taking 1 backlash, but not caring about it because you've got armor versus backlash. Shooting at Austin this time.
Okay.
It's a +3 to hit.
Is this a reflex save or anything, or what is
Athletics
this?
roll.
Athletics.
Okay. It's +3. 3.
Wow, you guys both. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and pause.
You're fine.
I'll be back.
Yep.
Baby break, do 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 do. Baby break.
Hold on.
We're gonna make a song. It's gonna happen.
Big song. Hold on.
So, how's everybody doing tonight? Out there in viewer land, and in here in player land.
Not too bad. Just breaking a ritual. Causing some problems.
Just
How it's
casually as you do.
As one does. As one does.
As you do, breaking rituals. Hopefully not getting demolished, because this seems like it's going to be a whole fight.
I mean, it will, but we've already taken out a whole chunk of them.
Are they out or just kind of out?
I don't know, but I don't really care.
That's fair.
Super fair.
While we have some time, you still good for tennis tomorrow, Colin?
I am still good. So I played today, interestingly enough, and random talk, but I played so well, out of my mind. The best serve I've ever done in my whole life happened today. That thing was going hundreds of miles an hour.
I doubt that.
Freaking so fast.
I've seen the way you serve. I doubt that.
That thing was going about 3 times as fast as any serve I sent to you.
So
You're going to see it, dude. I'm going to try and
it was
recreate
going like
tomorrow.
9 miles an hour.
That thing was moving. I had 3 no-touch aces today.
Oh, fancy.
So I think my serve might be better. Anyway, sorry, Kyle's back.
He's also muted.
Oh, he is muted.
All right, you guys go ahead. Timmy is going to go ahead and go first.
All right. One of the ones who is up will meet my fists.
Falcon Punch.
And then
Yeah,
there's
they
a
will.
+2 on top of that for the weapons.
Oh, you just cold cock him and he goes down for the
Oof.
count. Like he's done for the day.
Oof.
Yeah, I don't have the things
You hate to see
required to
it,
keep this man up and running today. Yeah, he goes down. It's like one of those. Yeah,
You hit this man
effective
so
9.
hard, his ancestors felt it.
Yeah.
just down for the count forever. You're not going to see him again today. Austin.
I guess, I really like this web shooter. I'm going to keep using it. So plus 3. All right, even.
Another guy hits the wall, stuck to the thing. Next round for our guys. Let's see this. 3 down, 1 passed out. It was I think a total of 2 standing, but only one of those is down. So I think we're rolling another 5 or 6.
There were 12 people, right?
13.
13. I've tied up 3.
Okay.
And
Down
Victor's
10.
also gotten down 3, I believe, right?
He knocked down 5.
He knocked down 5, but 2 of them have gotten back up.
All right, let's go.
So
Okay.
you've taken out 3. He's taken out effectively 3 plus the one that he decked.
Mm-hmm. So that would leave 6.
Those are some bad
All right.
rolls. I'd like to see it.
You do like to see it. All right, that is 4 of them on their feet, capable and moving again. At this point in time, they're not going to do anything dumb like attack you guys. They work their magic to create
Uh-oh.
an alarm spell. The alarm spell doesn't ring up outside of Sean's barrier of sound, of course. Obviously, the alarm sounds down here, where all of the actual Sons of Muspel are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we have moved. We have escalated the issue. At this point, pretty much anybody who's anybody and can still move through these areas are going to be coming for your guys' location.
Should we get out of here, or what's the...
Looking back on it, we probably should have had Sean make it to where no sounds come up from underneath either.
No, we did.
Oh,
We
we
did.
did? Okay.
This is
Yeah.
just dealing with the next set of things.
Okay, gotcha.
So this sound isn't going to sub-basement 2. It's only upstairs.
No, it's only in the
No,
sub-basement.
it's only in the sub basement.
Oh. That
you
seems
guys-
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
You mean where the potentially where the big scary things are? Yes. But
Bummer.
conveniently, I'm one of those big scary things. So,
True.
next up, I think, is going to be a little ritual disruption.
Good
Rather.
plan.
So I'm going to see if I can't remove at least one of the rocks from its appointed position. Preferably the one of the guy that I just knocked the fuck out.
Okay, you are going to be rolling. It's got a defense based off of their conviction. Let me go ahead and roll that defense right now. All right, you're trying to beat a 3 with your might or athletics.
I don't
We're
think
going
it's
to.
possible for him to fail this.
We will might with my +3 bonus for lifting or breaking.
There we go. Ritual broken.
Yeah.
All right, all of the magic that is currently trying to charge this weird little fire spell does a whole deal of backlash to everybody in the room. How much backlash is that? It's going to be 3. Because that's just going to make things easier. I don't want to deal with it. Doing more rolls.
All right.
Everyone takes 3 damage in the room.
Me as well?
Yes. Including all the mooks who only have 1 armor versus, and they get burned really bad, and they don't want to do anything else.
And these aren't savable. I'm just taking 3 damage.
Correct.
Man, I should have been looking for my pencil this whole time, and I completely spaced out about it. Conflab it. Let me
All right.
check if my wife has a pencil right quick. You can continue. Unless
Colin,
it's
do
my
you
turn.
have any dice just sitting around? You can use your dice.
Anyway,
I do
as
have
you're going
so many
through
dice
this,
sitting around.
you guys, so you have basically effectively broken the ritual. The mages are either burned, attacked, generally, what is the phrase?
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. Yes, that's the phrase. If not, just completely, just not in their hearts not anymore. They've given up. This is not something they were a part of, as you may understand. These are not high-level mages. These are the firebugs.
Yep.
Given a little bit more power, this is not really what they were trying to do. Unfortunately, the alarm spell did go off, and nothing has been helped by you breaking the ritual.
All right. Well,
I mean, well, no part of that. The alarm is,
yeah.
it's stopped chiming, I guess, but
Onward and downward.
onward and downward. Okay. As you continue moving down through the area, Timmy, you're going to go ahead and give me your next roll to see what your next encounter is. And I'm changing the scale because the alarm went off.
Kyle, just one question. What time you think we're stopping today? From way things are looking.
Hi, Coco.
I don't know how much is left. Thank you so much.
It always depends. If we
Guesstimate.
want to,
So it is currently 8 o'clock, which is normally right around where we end.
let's do 30 minutes. We'll skip this next encounter and move to the next big thing. All right. 30 minutes.
You think 30 minutes? Sorry?
I think I can do it in 30 minutes.
All right, cool. Sounds great.
Okay. So Austin's going to be incapacitated by the next wave of enemies that come through, essentially consistently having to web people up against the wall to keep them from either attacking, fighting, or other things like that. Sometimes they get off. Sometimes they burn off the webs or whatever. In general, Colin has got his hands full with this thing. Timmy, you are now alone as you approach the final sub-basement. Yes.
All right.
We get into the final sub-basement, which leads to the pit of despair, as we are calling it. The pit leads directly back up to the main part of the area. You're starting to hear the sounds of the combat with the tiger against all the people. How's that going, by the way, Tyler? You continuing to keep everyone distracted?
Yeah, that's the hope and plan. She's gonna knock over a couple boxes as well.
Yeah, I'd ask you for more rolls, but I mean, you've done pretty well to get this tiger to super speed.
Yeah.
I kind of wasn't expecting you to put it on there. So, you're probably actually good. Let's get to this Jotun versus Jotun fight. You see a giant. There is no doubting it in your mind. This is a full-fledged giant. These does not fit inside of the pit without slouching in some kind of way. He is,
of course,
just enormous, and he looks. He recognizes the mark of power. Let's see. In a great big booming voice that cannot be replicated in any kind of way by the person that I am, he asks you, "What are you doing here?"
You know what I'm here for.
I know you're one of the story hunters. So, you're here for answers? Why we're here? What we're doing?
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down, but mostly just here to make sure you don't walk out.
A wide grin goes across his face as he says, "I'd like to see you try." Let's start combat.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll initiative, which I remember we did alertness for that one.
Yes.
Okay, what do I have as alertness too? Oh, not too good actually. Oh, okay.
Top 5. Rolled that in the right spot.
That would help. There we go. +2 versus +2. Tie goes to the player. Go ahead.
All right.
You get round 1.
Yep. I just gotta double check something right quick. That'll actually need to know my options. Okay. Yeah. Yarn rune on one hand, silver on the other. Got my silver and iron knuckles, and we're just gonna charge at this boyo.
Let's do it. Okay. You're gonna
For
charge
Odin!
attack.
For Freyr!
Let's go.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do your attack.
Right. Fists, and I'm just going to factor in the weapon damage.
Yep.
On that.
Wow. Okay, let's do his athletics. Okay. So I guess it's down to that. So 6. He takes armor 3, and then he takes 3 damage. All right. He looks none worse for the wear, almost at all. This did not seem to phase him too much.
All right.
Changing camera angles to make it look more like a giant. There we go.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played.
There we go. Let's do the giant's attack, which I apologize for. He also uses fists, his big giant fists. And we'll also just put everything we're supposed to do for all of the... There we go. Okay, is this right? I really hope so. Okay.
Whew. That's
All right,
a
you got an
bonus.
And then
he rolled a 9 versus the giant.
yeah. And then athletics. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Five stress, and you still have the 1 armor?
2 armor.
2 armor, nice. I love that will help in this fight.
So that's my. That would be my 3. I've used my 3. I'm going to take a bloodied nose, mild aspect or mild consequence, and mark off my 1 slot.
Sounds good. You're up.
I'm going to, as a supplemental action, just kind of tweak my nose back into place with my inhuman recovery.
There we go.
Swing again.
Okay.
Consistency is my friend.
All right. Well, a good thing is his athletics is not all that great, but that's still only a 2 to the damage. And he'll just take a mild consequence.
I want to ask, what happened to Austin?
I'm slinging people down.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's holding off the hordes of cultists and.
Yep. Okay. He collects a single aspect, a mild consequence, paper cut. Oh, sorry, it's a punch, so it's a
black eye,
paper bruise,
paper bruise, and gnat's bite. Okay, you did punch him. You got him real good. He's excited for the fight, and now it's his turn.
All right. That's gonna be my 2.
Okay.
It's 2 after armor. And I don't think there's a way of getting around this.
I really don't think there is, because I really intended it to happen.
Oh! Alright. It's a shame you're not here to witness this, Austin. But my already substantial arms just grow tauter with muscle. And I pump more and more strength into my arms, embracing that heritage, which will bring me up to supernatural strength. So that will be a +4 to my fists.
Are you over, by the way, Timmy?
Oh, I'm over.
Yeah, you're over.
I'm 1 over right now. I will probably end up more than that.
Okay. As you'd like to keep on spending them, continue upgrading your powers.
Yep.
You can pretty much go as high as you need to.
Yep. I have to double check a couple of things. But,
of course.
Oh, are you going full NPC?
I'm going full NPC.
It's time for him to come home.
So,
right.
Just a little tidbit for Colin. The character archetype that I am is a scion. Since I am half Jotun and half human, I can essentially make a choice to embrace my Jotun side and spend refresh even over the refresh that I have available.
He can only do it for 1 scene, and then he's done forever.
And then I hand Viktor off to Kyle to become an NPC.
What?
Colin's taken out of the game. He's like...
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? Don't we have any other options?
I knew this would be a great moment. This is amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. As you embrace all of your parts of your, like, when you become an NPC officially, a lot of things stop really mattering to you. He was dealing a lot more damage to you because he was that much taller. His skin had a lot of armor because he was just that much bigger than you, and well, he was just able to deal a ton of damage because of it too. These things seem a lot less relevant to you as you embrace your heritage. So this fight might get a little easier as we're looking at it now.
I am also going to actually go down to refresh -3 for hulking size.
Mm-hmm.
Which the only effect that'll have here really is adding 2 boxes to the length of my physical stress track.
Well, what it does for you here is get rid of all of his other lovely little things that are specifically made for giants. So,
Wait.
let's try this next attack. I think you'll really be pleased by the events.
What's up, Colin? You're asking questions but not finishing them.
I just feel like there must be other options here, but he's just becoming a giant and then an NPC all of a sudden. Oh,
was that
goodness.
8 your attack, Timmy?
Yeah.
Great. So he only has 1 armor now, from his actual armor, and now he takes 5 damage. Knocking it. We're gonna put these right here. We're gonna do pulled muscle for a mild consequence. We're gonna knock off his other. Oh, I messed that slot up totally. So we're gonna have to mark these 2 guys. He is starting to get a little bit worse off, but he did flex up some muscles and get rid of those 2 mild consequences.
All right.
Because he is built to take damage as well.
Yeah.
He goes in for his attack, but unfortunately, now that he is no longer basically using the fact that he's got awesome freaking attacks against you, this is his attack. Oh, okay. So some damage.
With the armor +2, so that would be 2, and I am going to use a fate point to tag my half-giant Agent of Freyr high concept.
Yeah. Can I avoid the whole thing?
2, yeah. Which will leave me with 1 fate point left.
Sure.
You still also have the lucky tag.
Yeah, you're right.
Free lucky tag.
We'll save that.
Okay. You avoid his attack entirely, and he is starting to show concern.
As well he should.
As well he should. Let's try this next attack, and I think you're gonna ruin some people's lives.
The in for a penny, in for a pound.
That's how it always goes to me.
Mythic strength.
Yeah, of course.
You guys keep making faces and reactions, and I don't know what's happening. So much is happening.
So there are 3 tiers of supernatural powers. There's inhuman, supernatural, and mythic. You could technically go higher than that, but those are the standard ones available to player characters. I started off with inhuman strength. Last round I went up to supernatural strength. This round I'm going up to mythic strength, which is on par with, think of the strongest mythical creature you can think of. Close-ish to that.
Yeah.
What kind of pluses do you get to your hits now?
Well,
6.
he's about to make a roll.
Plus
He's
6
rolling
to
at
my,
plus
hits
11.
with weapons.
Good
Oh
lord.
my God, Armor 1 takes that down to an 8. An 8.
So basically, you've gone Super Saiyan.
Yes. I
Yeah.
have got Super Saiyan.
He's gonna take 2 mild consequences, knock off his 4th box, bruise, punched. Okay, 2 mild consequences. And remember, you can tweak those without having to use fate points while they're still on the board.
Did you just say
reminding you.
one of his
Yeah.
mild consequences was throat punched?
No, it was just punched.
Okay.
One was bruised, one was punched. Alright, he's going to make a desperate attack against you. He's gonna put all of his fists behind it. And he does throw all of his fists behind it. A 5. You really got him. You got him on the ropes now. So he once again whiffs the attack or hits you and just nothing happens there.
You take it on the chin, and your chin bites back.
Yeah. So you were laughing before. What are you plotting?
Oh, you're asking him?
Oh, that's a question.
Oh, okay. Maybe when I'm dead, I'll tell you.
Okay.
That can
I
be
can arrange
arranged.
that.
I am going to free tag my lucky aspect. Free tag his bruised. Free tag his punched.
Wait, what kind of roll is happening right now?
He-
Is that a 7?
That is a fist
20?
roll.
Oh, that is brutal.
Oh,
I can't even
You
close
punched a hole in it.
And you rolled it too.
17 damage on that roll.
You just turned this giant into jelly.
He's gonna take off his 5 and his 6.
You rolled a d4 and got a dirty 20. I just want that to be known.
And he's still got 6 more to take. So he's gonna take up a severe consequence of broken leg.
Face.
I don't know.
Broken face, it seems like.
Correct. Basically, I'll tell you when I'm dead.
yeah.
That will be soon.
I mean, just literally, I have an in with someone who can read memories from dead creatures.
He's gonna
Anansi.
get a weird look on your face.
No, I'm saying that to you.
Yeah,
Kyle.
I mean, I don't believe you're gonna have a problem with it.
Yeah.
At this point, you're only gonna have a problem lifting up his head.
Yeah.
All right. He's going to attempt to stop you from killing him with a wonderful rapport roll at his highest rapport skill possible. Stop. He holds up a hand, bloodied face, absolutely like you've shattered his skull. And I know people say that a lot, and it makes a lot of things, but he's still moving and talking while you shattered his skull, so it looks super intense and gross and disgusting. And he says, "Stop, please. I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Just don't kill me here." I survived a fight with the Odin son. I cannot die here.
Oh.
Kill him.
We need information.
All ready to consider it. I'm not going to say accept your offer. But, the stories I could tell, the glory that this will get me.
Despite what my face is doing, the giant's face, realizing he's made a critical mistake in what exactly he should be saying, his face starts to sink, realizing exactly what's going to happen here. But that was his attack for the round. He tried to social attack on you.
All right. Yeah. So.
Do you have to make like a mental roll against that or something?
It's an
Or does he
empathy
already do
check.
that?
But honestly, his attack's not going to be able to take Timmy out of the scene mentally or socially, so he won't quit unless Timmy has been desired.
Honestly, that might be a rapport with the way that Viktor responded.
It's
either one.
All the same. It's my 2 box out of 3.
Take your $2. He's still up and running for the social fight, and you're welcome to lay down the beat.
Yeah, I will lay down the beat. I will
and he's
tag.
got a new severe aspect, yeah.
Yeah. Do I just get the +2 for that severe aspect, or
just a +2? Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, that's it's because it's just a new aspect. Oh no, only a 16.
Yeah, we're almost done. Yeah, only a 16.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is a 4, 5, 9 damage. We are running out of... Oh, sorry. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th slot. He's going to take his moderate consequence. Really bloody. He's going to flex to get rid of his mild consequences, and he is looking real bad.
What was
surprised he's
that? What was
still
that
alive.
baby song? There,
Baby break do 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 baby break do.
Okay. So he's looking really bad. He's got a lot of his stuff taken care of. He added a moderate consequence and flexed to get rid of 2 mild ones again. Because one thing that didn't go away is the fact that he is going to regenerate like a motherfucker.
We have someone in chat asking, wait, the bad guy has a 7 stress slot?
Yep. The bad guy's a giant. I apologize, everybody. He's got more than a 7 stress slot.
I was about to say, has he ticked off his 8 yet? I think he did.
We haven't yet. You're about to be there.
I'd say if you have joined us late, Casual Joker, I was a half-giant scion. I have now invoked the change, have gone full Jotun to face this Jotun head-on.
And is absolutely slaughtering him.
There are a lot of physical stress boxes in play right now.
On both sides.
Yeah. But Cal, is he going to do an attack or anything on his turn? Because
he probably
recovery
should,
is
in all
supplemental.
honesty. Yeah, he probably should. All right, fist attack. All the damage his fist can muster. Almost.
Yeah.
2,
Ooh.
4.
So 4 effectively. I will drop my 4.
He keeps on trying to land a good hit and he just can't get one down. All right, now it's up to you.
Well, I will swing, invoke that moderate consequence for the extra +2, and then adding the 6 in as I've been doing for my mythic strength.
Oh my gosh. Folks, this one might be it. I don't think... Well, okay. A little bit better than usual.
Yeah. Okay.
7 damage to deal with. He's going to take up both of his mild consequences. It doesn't matter what they're called.
Yep.
Because he's not going to live. He takes up both of his mild consequences, leaving him with... What was it? He had like 7 damage originally. He
3.
took up 4. So he's got 3 left to take. Unfortunately, that ticks off his last box. The giant comes tumbling down. Well, he didn't take off his last box. He doesn't have a box left to tick.
Yeah.
I apologize. The giant finally comes tumbling down at the barrage of just absolutely monstrous blows tossed against him. The giant, who ephemerally we're all going to remember is the name Svengar, he falls and dies at your feet. Unfortunately, he refused to give you any information, staying tight-lipped about what he knows about the Sons of Muspel.
Alas. Again, if only I knew someone who can eat heads and read memories.
Baby break do 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 do. Does in terms of
As
story,
your fight ends, by the way, everybody, things start to clear up. The aggression in the warehouse workers starts to calm down, and the tiger starts to scare them more than it starts to excite them for fighting. They start running out of the warehouse as best as possible. Knowing the jig is up, the acolytes and the initiates and the warriors that Colin was trying to tie down all start to try to leave the area as soon as possible, realizing that straight up real Spider-Man is right there and then, trying to ruin their lives. Sean has done his part. It was very silent in between those 2 areas, and no one heard the 2 different things in the 2 places.
including himself.
Including himself. The barrier goes down, and you all meet up, finally, to do your part. Colin, this is your part.
I will stab my hand, kind of afraid, and it hurts quite a lot. That was unexpected.
Spiders start to come out from the shadows that you didn't see before, literally as though they're coming from out of the shadows to eat the blood from inside of the specific word for a group of spiders called a cluster. From the cluster of spiders, you see a large spider hand, arm, foot,
Talon?
talon, whatever.
Appendage.
Starts to
Appendage. That's probably the right
appears
word.
out from the cluster of spiders, as though, of course, Anansi himself is going to pull himself into our realm from this cluster of spiders. Indeed, he does.
Oh God, that
He
was
gives you a little
horrible.
spider bow. Jumps a 50-foot jump down onto the head of Svengar and starts to eat. The image is actually kind of interesting. For a spider, Anansi is pretty big, but for a person, Svengar is even bigger. So this looks like still pretty insane. This is still comparatively a hand-sized spider jumping on someone's face and eating it whole. Very gruesome. Colin, you're starting to get a little bit less and less and less creeped out by this.
Where does
Yeah.
he? So are we all in this room, or is it just the two of them?
Basically, at this
You
point,
don't have to look down if you don't want to.
basically at
Where's
this point,
he
I feel
put
like
it all?
Austin is just an Australian person. He's not freaked out by anything anymore. He's seen it all.
You're used to the spiders with mana bars?
Yeah,
I mean, of
get it.
course,
I've
at
seen
this
it.
point.
All spiders in Australia have health bars you have to get through. You don't hit them once; you hit them multiple times, and sometimes they're boss phases. So he's ready for this.
Makes sense. Okay, so end of combat. Let's do some quick resolution, and we will end the game. So first things first. Timmy, you survived, so I'll go ahead and give you that ending. I kind of thought you might die. I really didn't know how well I was going to do there.
Yeah, no, it's lots of question marks. It's theoretically a fair fight.
You've been promoted. You're going to be working special ops for Odin. Unfortunately, that means you can't be working here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
There is apparently an apocalypse in the works, and you got to get to training right away.
Questions, player-wise. I don't know if this is the right time. First question. Was there a way for him to get out of that fight without becoming an NPC? Like, is there you said you can leave combat and take consequences. Was that an option?
Yeah,
just out of curiosity.
Timmy, you are always allowed to leave any combat you'd like.
Yeah.
But he made the decision to be like,
yes.
He made the decision to stay in, and I didn't intend for this fight to be too much for a single person.
That feature is literally called the choice.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
And then, so on top of that, becoming an NPC, basically at this point, game-wise, Tim's making a new character.
Yes, I'm rolling up a new character.
But Viktor still exists. Does that mean we could call up Viktor and be like, "Hey, shit's going down. You want to come help us?"
It's a possibility, but he will be busy. His boss's boss is now his boss.
Yeah.
And he's got bigger stuff going on.
So basically, story-wise, Viktor did this thing. It got a lot of accolades, so he's now upgraded and now busy doing better.
I have been promoted from boots on the ground to reserve boots.
Yes. And mechanically, Timmy essentially died and took a power-up before his death to do all of this cool stuff.
Cool. On last question I have.
Yeah, of course.
Is becoming an NPC vaguely regular in Dresden games, or is this a character death in D&D and it doesn't happen that often, but it was a big moment, so he went for it?
This is a character death in D&D. It does not happen. Honestly, you never have to die if you don't want to. You're always welcome to quit before you start dying. This is essentially a character death. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only it's more narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
More narrative. The character's still here, but dope.
Yeah, and we could potentially reach out to Viktor for, say, information if we need it, or some sort of contact.
When you guys get a good contacts roll, I might be
the guy be at your end.
Yep.
And so in those situations, just again for players' sakes, would you let Tim run his character again, or is it going to be one of those things where now Kyle runs the NPC?
No, that's Kyle's. He's Kyle's business.
It's all NPC now. Okay, that was just. I'm just curious about all that stuff. That is nuts. Anyway, back to the game.
Well, this is kind of the end. Colin, you fed Anansi, did your great thing. We've defeated necromancers in the past book or so. We have done some pretty great stuff, and we're gonna go ahead and take this as a major milestone. This is another refresh point for everybody, including new characters being made. We have completed a major story arc. Viktor is no longer a part of the party, and you're going to be meeting a new character next time we play.
Incredible. Before the scene ends, can I talk to Anansi?
Yeah, of course.
So you got all of his story and his memories, right?
Yes, I did.
Right, so I understand that correctly. Can you enlighten us on what these people are planning exactly?
The end of the world.
Interesting.
You didn't want me to elaborate?
I mean, I'll take elaboration.
Yes, please.
I was being a little poetic, but I guess if you guys are... No, okay, yeah, okay. So he wanted the end of the world. What the plan of...
Baby
break.
I gotta get a recording of that somehow and just be able to just hit a button and play it.
It would be fun. It would be fun. So they were seeking the end of the world. What the Sons of Muspelheim were going to do is would team up with a bunch of other losers from a bunch of other pantheons. They were going to march on the human world and tear it apart with sheer magical weight and power. I don't know. These giants didn't seem like the guys to be able to do it, but they had, for some reason, the idea that there was a real strong combatant on their side. Who that is, I'm not entirely sure, but it seems like you've thwarted some major plan tonight. This man himself had a very epic fight with Odin I'd like to start writing down, though. So if there's no other questions, I will go.
Right,
So,
one more question. This, and I'll hold on to it. This, I want it forever. Is that?
Oh, that's certainly possible. In fact, if you'd like to speak with me in the coming weeks, we could definitely make sure that's a possibility.
Yeah, I would love to speak
Yes,
with you.
Colin, you could definitely get this power. It's a 1 refresh power. You could take it right now.
I think I need
As you
one
level
more.
up.
Well, we're leveling up. I will
Yeah.
then use that power for That
The
is a
Spider-Man
thing
suite?
I definitely want to do.
I thought you might like the Spider-Man suite. Yeah.
I teamed up with
Okay.
a spider. It was, it was the dream.
Tyler, you get the satisfaction of a job well done. Sean thinks very highly of you and will vouch for you in future warden type stuff. And you're probably not going to get investigated as being investigating. You're not going to be a necromancer adjacent person anymore. You've done pretty good stuff.
If they would have
and
just
you're
listened to me from the
good
start,
guys.
they'd know I wasn't a necromantic adjacent.
This is a critical issue with the wardens. Sean also lets slip another secret about the wardens as he's walking you back over to Gwen's place. Morgan has been changing a lot of his behaviors about dark magic, not liking it or anything, but he has begun to think that the way the council operates with the young people who use dark magic has been too hasty. He cites some amateur wizard from Chicago dying in some kind of fire as this kind of catalyst. Morgan, for some reason, believes he pushed him too hard, that he was a good man, driven to the point of death. And it started to change a lot of his ideas about how magic should function. Okay. But those are my last big things. Anyone who wants to talk to any other NPCs, let me know. We can set it up. But I did end 30 minutes after I said we'd stop.
Nope,
So I
it's
think I'm doing
good.
pretty good.
I had a feeling this one was going to go a bit late. I have a couple of questions, again, game-wise. We can now... How many points are we supposed to have in the skills area?
Well, before we do that,
Before we
let's-
get into that, let's go ahead and sign off wrap up the stream.
Okay.
For those of you out there in Viewerland, this has been the Dresden Files RPG brought to you by Snogbeep and Indar42. We're planning on playing this every Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. and going between 8 and 9, usually trying to lean towards 8. We ran a little long today. Anybody else have anything they want to add before we go ahead and sign off?
Endar42, give us a follow, because we do a lot of on Fridays we have a D&D game with No one. Wait, yeah, 2 of you guys
Yep.
are in it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Saturday we do have a game. I am in that game. Sunday we'll run this game. We might be adding even more games. It's in the works. So it's going to be a lot of different games with kind of the same faces. You'll see a bunch. That's kind of the idea we're running. You know, Dresden will be one of them. The rest of them are D&D right now, but we are looking into other tabletop RPGs as well. We do a lot of one-shots and different kinds of things. So, you know, if you like tabletop RPGs, give us a follow. You'll see our faces and different faces all around. You know, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good night.
You'll have a wonderful night.
Have a good one.